All right, so we're going to move into Unit 6, which is going to deal with plant anatomy, starting with 6.1, which is going to focus on leaves. So before we dive into leaves, just a quick kind of view of where we're going with this unit. So the plants can be broken up into four main parts. You have leaves, stems, roots, and flowers, and that's also the order we're going to go in. So 6.1 is going to deal with leaves, and then the next few days we'll move into stems, and then next week we'll move into roots, and then finish it off with flowers. So leaves, their main function, of course, is to carry out photosynthesis to produce food for the plant. It's also the site of gas exchange. Both cellular respiration and photosynthesis occur here. And leaves also is a site of food storage. All right, so tissue of the leaf, we're talking about the epidermis or the outer layers of the leaf. First, you have the cuticle, which is a waxy substance that covers the leaves and stems. It's a waterproof layer that keeps water in the plants, keeps the plants from drying out because of water loss. Continuing on with the epidermis layer of the tissues, for leaves, you have the stomata, which are openings in the epidermis mainly located on the underside of leaves, and this is a site of gas exchange. So it's the little eye area here in this microscopic picture, okay, not the guard cells on the sides, this little opening in the middle. And you do have, excuse me, you do have guard cells, and there are two guard cells located on each side of the stomata. They're going to open and close the stomata, which kind of controls the gas exchange there, and some exchange of there's some loss of water as well. Continuing on with the mesophyll for tissues of the leaf. So you have the palisade mesophyll, which is a primary site of photosynthesis in leaves. Then you have the spongy mesophyll, which contains air and chloroplast, and it's also a site of photosynthesis and gas exchange. Then you have vascular bundles. These are going to be called veins. So they're found in the spongy mesophyll. Phloem is going to move food from the leaf to the rest down towards the rest of the plant. And then xylem is going to move water and other minerals up from the roots to the stem and the leaves and the flowers. So it's going to move it up the plant. So you can see the cross section here of a leaf. You have your cuticle, your upper epidermis, your spongy. So it says parenchyma. It's a mesophyll area there, which is where photosynthesis is going to occur. So some external parts of the leaf. So you have the petiole, which is a leaf stalk or part that connects the leaf to the stem. You have the blade, which is a large flat part of the leaf, and the midrib, which is a large center vein. But look here, here's what we're talking about of each of those. Your petiole is what attaches the leaf to the stem. Midrib, that large backbone, another way to look at it, of the leaf, and the blade is the flat section on both sides of the midrib, or multiple sides of the midrib. So here we see the multiple different types of forms that leaves can take. I'm not going to list all of these, but it would be beneficial for you to put something like this in your notes. It's not hard to find this picture online if you want to take virtual notes, but you can see the different type of shapes that leaves will take, and this is important when we go into classifying plants. You also have leaf margins, so where the leaf can be cut in half. What does it look like on each side of the, one way to look at it, the midrib? What does it look like on each side of the midrib? And you can see here that there are 7 different types of margins. Okay, again, I'm not going to go through and name each of these. You can put this in your notes, pause, draw it if you like, or find a picture of it, take a picture of it, whatever you would like to do for your notes. Leaf tips, so the top portion of the leaf, what does it look like? You see there's 5 different types that we kind of focus on. And this also plays a very important role into classifying leaves and plants rather. This as well as the base. Okay, what does it look like around that petiole area? What does the blade look like? What does it look like as it's coming towards the stem? Okay, every leaf has a unique characteristic to the plant type. And then we go into how are the leaves arranged. So you have two different types of arrangements. So this type of leaf arrangement are the simple leaf arrangements. So you have opposite, which means that you have the stem and you have leaves coming out directly opposite on both sides of the stem. Then you have the alternate, which you have one and then you come up and one. This is where we're going to find a lot of internodes, spaces between nodes. So where the petiole comes off from the stem is going to be a node, and the space in between those two areas is known as the internode. Then you have the whorled, which is kind of a circular pattern up the stem. Another type of leaf arrangement is you have compound. So you see here you have a lot of different types of leaf arrangements. For more complex plants, typically some types of trees, some larger types of shrubs. And last but not least is the example of some leaf crops. Okay, so some crops that are strictly leaves. So we have lettuce, you have different types of herbs, and then kale, some examples, and we can go on and on and on. And primarily leaf crops are what we're going to be focusing on trying to build or grow in our hydroponics tower this spring. That is the end of 6.1. Be sure you complete the form that goes with this, and if you have questions, let me know. Thank you.